Hello, my lovely audience. Anyway, welcome to another video. So then, yes, this is What If Deku was hantengu's reincarnation. I just love his power set, and I just could not stop coming up with ideas for this, so I'm doing it. Anyway, let's get on with the What If. In this What If, Deku would be born because of Inko having an affair with Twice. Well, give me a moment. An affair with Twice back when he's still sane. He hasn't quite lost it yet. Anyway, yeah. So, thus, Hisashi would cut all, ties with Inko. And, well, yeah. Now, in this What If, yes, I've been doing this a lot, but Izuku would have a sister because, she would be born of, Hisashi. Anyway, Inko would get full custody, and she would treat Deku like shit. And also, in this What If, Bakugo's bullying would go a bit too far, and one side of his face, specifically his eye, would get messed up. Anyway, yes, despite all this, he would still not even. His quirk would be there, and, well, it would have something to do with his emotions, but, well, it hasn't activated. It hasn't activated. So, Izuku would still manage to get into Class 1A of UA, an incredible achievement. So thus, Inko would host a party. Not for Izuku, more so she can brag. And, well, she would have Izuku as the little waiter. Him walking around, serving people drinks. He would trip, fall over, spilling drinks and sandwiches on the ground. As well, he's getting up. He would feel a bottle against the back of his neck, and then glass would shatter as a partially drunk Inko would begin yelling at him mid-room after hitting him with a bottle, said bottle shattering, and just screaming at how much of a failure he is for tripping. Now then, Mitsuki would, get ready to hit Inko because she doesn't even treat Bakugo that bad. Until, Deku would begin screaming in agony as his body would begin writhing, and the words, "Upper Moon," is hantengu 4 or 5? I think he's 4. Yeah, I think he's 4. Oh, wait, give me a moment. Yeah, I'm going with 4. Maybe he's 5, but I think he's Upper Moon 4. Yeah, so, yeah, he is Upper Moon 4. The words Upper Moon 4 would forcefully engrave themselves in his eyes as his face would fix itself. And then, his neck, the veins on his neck, would bulge as his head would fall off his body. From the head that got decapitated, Karaku would come out. Now, how he looks is, Karaku is the green one, and So, entirely that will come out. Sekido. Now, Sekido would get up off the ground, look at Inko, and say, Karuku, you dumb fuck. Go upstairs, make sure the main body's fine. I'll deal with Mrs. Alcoholism over here. He would say in an extremely annoyed tone, as he would strike the ground with his staff. A bolt of lightning would emerge, like sending Inko into a wall. The angry fellow, Sekido, I believe. Yeah, Sekido would say, Come on, Karaku! Get your dumb ass up there now! Sure thing, boss. See you, older brother. Karaku would say in a laid-back, joyful tone before going upstairs. Sekido would look at Inko and say, Not so high and mighty now, you dumb bitch. Now then, he would strike the ground again, and electricity would begin to go through the staff but not burst out. I think you and I should have a little talk. We cut to Karaku, who's upstairs. He would enter his bedroom and see that, well, Deku is there, mini Tengu, but not, like, old. Okay, so in this what if Deku would have gotten his quirk sooner, so that he does not look like an old man. Just imagine, like, Deku laying in the bed, but smaller. Well, it's normal-sized Deku, but he's shrinking as we are speaking, As a subconscious defense mechanism, he's passed out on the bed from exhaustion. Karaku would walk up to the now very small Izuku, pick him up, and say, Don't worry. Me, Sekido, Urogi, and Aizetsu are here now. Don't worry, any... Ah, shit. Forgot. Give me a moment. Yeah, don't worry, Mini Tengu. Your brothers are here. And this what if Karaku refers to all of them as brothers. Actually, they all kind of do refer to each other as brothers in this what if, because why the hell not? It's cute. Karaku could hear the sound of glass breaking before saying, Oh, best see what Sekido's doing. I'd say just like casually sliding down, like walking down the stairs as Inko's getting brutally beaten to a pulp. He would look at Bakugo, glaring, before saying, You're next, you blonde fuck. Bakugo would back up before asking, What did I do? He would just gesture to the left side of his face, and then also gesture to, like, outside and make a swan with his hands and make it dive. Shadow puppet swan, then making the swan dive. Bakugo would go pale before saying, Oh, you remember that? Of course I fucking do, you angry Pomeranian! Karaku would just casually say, Look, I got Mini Tengu over here. Can we go? I don't think This is the best idea. This is coming from me of all people, so yeah. Karaku would quickly be met with his head getting decapitated by a staff. Didn't ask. As Aizetsu would grow out of the decapitated head, and Karaku would regrow his head. Was Sekido, let's just go. Could you at least get a Rogi out here so he can find somewhere we can spend the night? Sekido would sigh before using his own staff to decapitate himself, Urogi popping out. Urogi would say, "Oh, hey, guys, why did you keep me in there? I wanted to watch the green-haired whirlwind over there get beaten to a pulp. I would have joined in, actually. I could have screamed out the windows. And also, why haven't you touched the Pomeranian yet?" This is why I don't like you. Urogi, you heard Aizetsu. Find somewhere half decent we can spend the night. Karaku, Aizetsu, deal with the Pomeranian for me. And also, Karaku, bring Mini Tengu over here. I'll be looking after him for the duration of this, and, well, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be, as you would say, dealing with some of the other assholes in our lives. Karaku would give him, Mini Izuku, who's still passed out asleep, and then Aizetsu and Karaku would turn to Bakugo, a sadistic smile on Karaku's face and a slight grin on Aizetsu's. Mitsuki would ask, What did Katsuki do?" "Multiple things. First of all, he's the reason our face looked like that. Yes, I know we didn't get into a car crash. It was actually him. Second of all, he told Izuku to take a swan dive off a roof. Third of all, he and his goons have relentlessly beaten Izuku for damn near his entire life. So what he's about to get is just desserts." Mitsuki would roll up her sleeves before saying, "Can I join?" "Be my guest." As Sekido would walk out the door, you could just hear Bakugo's screams, and Urogi would jump out the window, taking flight. Okay, Sekido told me to find somewhere half decent to live. Now, did he mean like a motel or a crevice in a wall somewhere? I'll see if I can find a place to rent, but if that doesn't work, we're going motels. Oh, maybe I can get one of those good ones, with the dancing women. Wait, no, those aren't motels, those are clubs. I'm sure we can, sleep at the back of one of those if everything goes awry. Yeah, left, right, up. No, down. Left. I'll go left. Would be what Urogi would say before going left down the street looking for, a for rent sign. Now, back to Sekido. He would be dialing on the phone, house phone, some random number, as while the person on the other end of the phone would pick up, he would hear Sekido on the other end saying, "Okay, look, I know we haven't spoken since that whole DNA test issue, but, well, look, I am technically Izuku's quirk. And I'm just gonna say this now, Inko has been a piece of shit. Real piece of work. If it wasn't for the quirk we have, technically, Izuku would have been blind in one eye for the rest of his life. The entirety of it. So just pick us up. You know what? I'm not even asking for that. I just want you to give us a bit of starter cash to get, things rolling. Oh. 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 Look, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have left that early. I know it isn't your fault that were uh, the result of an affair, but yeah, sure, I'll help. Do you have any accounts I could transfer it to? No, Hisashi, just meet us up at the old cafe we used to go to. See ya. Sekido would hang up the phone before sighing, saying to himself, where did it all go wrong? At least we still have a show. He would wake up Mini Izuku, you Mini Tengu, and explain everything. Mini Tengu, Mini Izuku would be quite happy, as he would climb up on Sekido's shoulder, smiling. You're too precious for this world, you know that, right? Alright, I'll go check on Tweedle depressed and Tweedle high over there. Tweedle depressed and Tweedle high. And also Mitsuki, I guess. They would see Bakugo in the fetal position, being stomped on JoJo style by both Mitsuki, Aizetsu, and Karaku. Just like stomping on him. The rest of the guests are just frozen in shock. They would hear the sound of a staff slamming on the ground before a voice would say, Aizetsu Karaku. Okay, I've set up an arrangement to meet up with Hisashi to give us a bit of starter cash. Now we're going to have to figure out how to get our jobbing arrangements done. Now, I believe we should take this outside because I don't want any more of these dumbasses. Not you, Mitsuki, you're cool. But the rest of these assholes to possibly be able to find us. So let's go. And y'all best be happy we didn't kill you for food. That would just be like the last thing Sekido says before leaving. And Karaku and Aizetsu following. Karaku's just like smug walking whilst Aizetsu's being Aizetsu. Everyone in the room, except for Mitsuki, would just it would be so quiet they would just be so shocked and scared that a pin drop could be heard like the Big Bang. Bakugo's just laying on the ground, beaten and bloodied. Inko is unconscious from the sheer voltage. We got back to Rogi, who's busy flying around, zipping about. As a hero would say, stop, it's illegal to use your quirk in public without a license. He would totter around, seeing a man clad in a metal suit. It's like 8 at night, by the way, for context. Izuku still can't go in the sun in this what if. You have to have some way to kill him. But yeah. In this what if, Izuku can't go in the sun. It's 8. It was like a late night party. Well, not late night, but you get what I mean. You know, Urogi would look down before saying, "Oh, hello! Do you know of any places me and my, four other brothers could rent? I'm kind of looking for one. Unless you don't, could you at least point me in a general direction, maybe? Possibly, please?" Urogi is now right up against Ingenium's face. Brothers, you know it's illegal to use your quirk in public, right? Oh, yes, of course I know, but I'm a bird. I should be able to fly. And I'm not like one of those quiet cuckoo birds. I'm like one of the songbirds. I need to sing. And if you don't tell me where somewhere is, I might sing in your ear. I don't understand how that could be unpleasant or a threat. Just stop using your quirk in public, please. Oh, no, can't do. Big Brother Sekido told me that I need to find a place for us to stay. Like, as quickly as, he can. As I can. So, no, flying's faster than walking. And, well, we're kind of leaving the house. Our parent was an ass, as you could say. And if it wasn't for us getting our quirks recently, we would have, been through shit and hell. So just let this slide. And if you don't, I will show you what true fear looks like. That's a threat. Yeah, I know. But look, I am not in the mood for this. I'm not one to get angry like my brother Sekido, and I'm not one to get sad like my brother Izetsu. I'm the one who was the hyperactive, pleasure-based one of our five. So unless you... And currently flying's giving me pleasure. And also, finding a house for us to stay, or like an apartment, is also giving me pleasure. So, if you could show me a place where we can stay, I will stay on the ground. But if you can't, I will keep on flying. Understood? Look, if I let you rent out an extra room at my place, will you please stop flying around? No promises, because I might need to fly for a job to pay the rent. But yeah, sure, I'll stop flying for the moment. Oh, wait, I have to go tell Brother Sekito. Yeah, he'll be very pleased. You want to come with? I can fly you there. You know what? Fuck it, fine. Urogi would pick up Ingenium as we cut back to Sekido, Izetsu, and Karaku. Sekido would say, "It appears like Urogi finally found a place for us to stay. We'll be meeting him outside. Come on." Oh, Karaku would say, "Oh, I hope it's nice. Spacious for all of us. You know that we're going to emerge back together when this entire situation's over and done with, right?" Yes, of course, blah blah blah, but still, it would be nice to have a nice big place with all of us. Right, Aizetsu? Yeah, I guess so. See, Aizetsu agrees with me. You outmatched here, Sekido. I will decapitate you again. Oh, chill, bro, chill. A very excited Erogi would fly by with, an Ingenium busy being supported. He would drop his Ingenium on the ground before flying up to Sekido, asking, "Did I do a good job, brother? Did I, big bro? Yes, did I do a good job? Please tell me I did. You did a half-decent job, Erogi. Karaku would walk up, patting, Erogi on the back, saying, You did a great job. You're the fastest out of all of us, I'll give you that. Erogi would jump up in joy, saying, Yay, I made my older brothers happy with me. I will split your head open. Again? Again? Well, not again, but I guess technically again. I was made from Karaku's head over there. Right you were, brother. Ingenium's just kind of standing there like, this entire situation is confusing and I feel like I need to act. So then, yes, time skip. Time skip a few months to, not a few months, but a few days to when, Deku's walking through the halls. He's full Izuku. Quick description. He kind of looks like his clones, except his eyes are, instead of red, they're just flat white. The pupils are too, with, the black line separating them. Yeah. He would walk into the class, seeing Izumi, who was out on the night that he tased their mother, and also Ida. Ida would wave him down like, Hello there, roommate! Hi, Ida. Nice to see you. I didn't know you were gonna be here as well. Neither did I, roommate. You can just call me... Give me a moment. You can just call me hantengu, please. I don't like being called roommate like that. Sure thing, hantengu. Okay, I'm going to go sit down now. Oh, is that Bakugo? Yes, he won't be respectful and put his feet down. Deku would look at him before his eyes would go green, and he would say, Sit down. Properly. And Bakugo would do as such. Straighten up. He went from, delinquent to model student within the time it takes someone to blink. Deku's eyes would go back to normal as he would say, All done for you, Ida. Thank you. Thank you, hantengu. Yeah, you're welcome. Deku would go sit down, and a pink girl would just sort of lean to the side, being like, Ooh, you scared that blonde boy good. How'd you do it? Did the two of you... Do the two of you know each other? Is there some tea? Is there some past that I don't need to know about? Deku would look at her before saying, You and Urogi would get along great. Yeah, when my Quirk manifested, I kind of beat him up. For bullying me, I guess. Oh. Damn! That, give me a moment. Alright, I will continue now. Mina would say, Oh, now that's some tea. Long, bloodied history. Whew, I'm gonna need all the details, hon. I don't want to really talk about it. Yeah. Fine, it's fine. Don't want to talk about it in public, but after the class, you and me. Sure, I guess. Mina would clap her hands together like, Oh, I smell good tea tonight. Izuku would look forwards, blushing a bit at the straightforwardness of her personality. Aizawa would, walk in, do the whole spiel. They would go outside for the physical exam. Aizawa would say, "You can use your quirks." Deku would walk up in a covering of, with a scarf and a fedora and, clothes covering his body. So, oh wait, his build. Yeah, he has pretty much a similar build to his clones, actually. Give me a moment. He has a similar build to this one. And in case you're wondering, this one is the combination of all of them. Like all clones. Mini Tengu. Yeah. But he has a similar build to this guy. When Deku hears you're allowed to use your quirk, he would throw the ball up in the air. A leaf-like fan would appear as he would swing it, launching the ball just as far as Bakugo. This would infuriate Bakugo, but he wouldn't really do anything with knowledge of what happens when you piss off Deku. The bad memories of, the of the of these two are coming back to him just when he's thinking about it. Anyway, yeah, otherwise everything would go about as canon. Now then, heroes versus villains, and then I'm ending this off here. Okay, I'm gonna do the heroes versus villains, then I'm ending it. Deku would, step up in his hero costume, which is basically just him being shirtless, with an axe. He would be paired up with Mina. He's not shirtless. You know what? He's just wearing this. Wearing hantengu. Not hantengu, Sekido's clothing. He's wearing what Sekido's wearing. With an axe. As Mina would look at him and ask, "Aren't you gonna use your fan?" No, I'm going to use my full quirk if that's fine. Mina would nod, saying, "Sure, it's perfectly fine. You still have to give me more of the juicy details about that whole forgotten past thing. Yesterday very briefly went over it before sprinting away from me, so I'm not gonna let you get away this time." Deku would shiver a bit at this before taking an axe and chopping off his own head. Mina would jump back in shock as these two would come out. No, this guy and this guy. And Mini Tengu's on Sekido's shoulder. Mini Izuku. Alright, so then, Urogi. Yeah, big brother? Yeah, older brother? Yeah. I need you to go up, look for the bomb through the windows. Wait, before you do, Sekido would chop off Erogi's head, and then decapitate his own, bringing out Aizetsu and Sekido, I think. Yeah. No, he's Sekido. I mean Karaku. Mina would proceed to fawn over, the two shirtless men, the two built quite hot and good-looking shirtless men in front of her, as Urogi would fly up, looking through the windows, as Sekido would say, "Alright, Aizetsu, Karaku, you're with me. Mina, you just do whatever. I don't really care. You know, Karaku would say, Oi, 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 that's not really the best way to speak to a lady there, uh, Sekido. I don't give a shit. And unless you want me to break your head into a pile of mincemeat, you will shut up and do as you're told. Look, we all know you're the leader. You don't need to threaten us. You're the head honcho out of the group. So just chillax, my dude. Aizetsu would just knock Karaku at the back of the head before saying, Look, you're acting like you're high, which we both know you're not, so just do as you're told. Oh, and, Mini Tengu, Izu, you just wait outside for us, okay? The little Izuku would nod before climbing off of Sekido and running into a bush. So, what's with the little one? What does he do? Mina would ask quite abruptly. He's the main body. He dies, we die. Oh, I see. As the four of them would walk in, an angry Bakugo could be heard running at them. Okay, you and your duplication and may have gotten me the first time, but I assure you that this time will be different. You dumb fucks. Mina would comment about how similar Sekido and Bakugo are, which prompts Sekido to look at her like he's going to rip her head off, causing her to shut up. As, quickly afterwards, Sekido would get decapitated by Aizetsu, and Sekido's head would grow back. What was that for? That is not how you treat a woman. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just deal with this Pomeranian. I'm going to enjoy beating him for a second time. Wasn't it actually us, older brother Karaku, that, beat the shit out of him? Not Karaku. Sekido. Karaku would ask. Oh, shut the fuck up, Karaku. Rude. Yeah, I'm rude, so what? Let's just do this. Mina just says, you know what, I'm not gonna get involved. This seems personal. And I want to watch from the sidelines. She would she would back up, sit down cross-legged like a child, as Sekido would slam his staff on the ground, creating a burst of lightning. Heading towards Bakugo getting shocked, as Aizetsu, from a deceptively long range, would just come at him with his spear, not aimed to kill, but much rather aimed to shatter every rib in his body. As Karaku would run up and swing his fan, sending Bakugo my throat's getting dry. Sending Bakugo through a wall, as they would just keep on dunking on him. The flying erogi would notice the bomb room and Ida breaking things, as, Sekido would come spiraling in through the window, causing Ida to jump back a bit. Hello there, hero. You shall not defeat our nefarious plot. Yes, would be what Ida would say Doing the classic mustache twiddling thing, except he doesn't have a mustache. Erogi would say quickly, "Oh, roleplay! Oh, I can do roleplay. I love roleplay. It's so enjoyable, especially the." I don't want to finish that comment, but you get it. Yeah, I'll roleplay with you. Uh, yes, I am here to stop you, villain. You foul cretin. Your villainy shall not persist today. This, for some reason, would make Ida extremely happy on the inside. As we cut back to Sekido and the boys, who are just dogging on Bakugo until he says, as until Bakugo would back up, barely able to stand, lifting his arm before saying, "I have a month's worth of sweat stored in this thing. If you're going to take me out, I'm taking you with me." Bakugo would say, yelling, pulling the trigger, the pin, obliterating everything. As, well, Sekido's upper body would have been destroyed, Karaku's lower body, and just like half of Aizetsu. As their bodies would quickly regenerate and fix themselves, clothing included, Bakugo would just look at this, wide-eyed, blankly staring. As we cut to Class 1A, blankly staring at the scene that's unfolding before them, we look at through their eyes in the camera, and we see how Erogi and Ida have just pretty much foregone the whole combat part of the exercise and have just begun LARPing. Yes, Ida and Erogi are not even bothering with the bomb. They are just LARPing. Like, there's a full-on D&D mat and everything. And we look back at, Sekido and his crew. Ina's just casually sitting down with with a bucket of popcorn. No one knows where she got it from. And Sekido, Karaku, and Aizetsu are just stomping on Bakugo, who's on the ground. The entire scene unfolding before them is just chaotic. As Aizawa would just pinch the bridge of his nose before saying, "Yep, this batch will be the ones to kill me this year." Great. Fuck. We now time skip a few minutes. Sakido and his group have walked up into the bomb room finally, seeing that, Ida and Erogi are now just playing D&D. Like, they have the dice and everything. Erogi is saying, "Okay, I am a 4D, I have my 4D, my four-sided dice here, and, oh, hey, older brothers, I was supposed to, oh, sorry, got a bit carried away, Sekido would just say, "You are an absolute fucking disappointment. First of all, who the hell are you? Second of all, don't speak to Erogi-san like that. Third of all, oh, yeah, I just assumed that he was hantengu. Hantengu's Quirk. Who are you people?" "Well, technically, hantengu. Where's Quirk? He can, oh, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, dry throat." Karaku would step in, saying, yeah, Erogi can, mitosis, and each one of us is one of its core emotions. So you have anger, joy, sadness, pleasure. the last one he would be pointing at a rogie. Yes, and I'd like to say this game of D&D was very pleasurable. It was quite enjoyable. Now then, back to what I was saying. Ida and Erogi would just continue playing D&D as Sekito would just touch the bomb, walk out, scream. Anyway, yes, I'm ending this What If off here. Goodbye, my lovely, lovely audience. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time. I know I had a fuck ton of fun with this What If, even though it went in a direction that I was not exactly expecting. I kind of just threw out the script and went balls to the walls. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This was actually very fun, and yeah, bye. Hope to see you next time. Oh, oh damn. 46 minutes.